Hi guys, Kurt Provost here, your guide to all things new skin. Today I'm going to be using not one, but two Galvanic face bars. As you can see, these two devices are slightly different. This is actually the older version. It's a bit more worn. I've had this for a decade. And this one is the newest version that I've had for about a year now. And so these two, it still works perfectly well, the old one. I will use these together sometimes to speed up the process of doing a galvanic facial. And that is because you can use both of them at the same time on either side of your face. It requires a little bit more motor skills and coordination, which I don't normally possess. I'm not exactly known for, but I will give it a crack in this video for you guys. If you happen to have two of these lying around at home, then you can do the same thing and speed up the process rather than one side at a time. All right, let's jump into it. First things first, you need to make sure that your skin is perfectly clean. So I have lumi-sparred already, I've had a shower, I shaved, and I used toner. Today I used the Here You Glow toner by Nutricentials. I absolutely love that. It really helps your skin glow and radiate and helps with the cellular turnover. You can check out the whole video that I did on it here. And if somehow you aren't aware of the lumi-sparr, which I mentioned first, it's this one here, with the blue head. It's the world's #1 cleansing device, but you can check out more about it here in this video. So once you have done that, your skin is perfectly clean, it is ready for a treatment, or it would be up to the serum stage of a conventional skincare routine. So if you have the Age-Lock Boost, this one there, you can do a boost treatment after you've cleansed and toned, and then you would use moisturizer, or if you have the Galvanic face bar, you can do that right now. So it's kind of the third step in a skincare routine, but a galvanic treatment is a special treatment. You don't do this every single day. Although it is possible, you could do that. It's just a bit wasteful because there are active ingredients within these gels that you use with the galvanic face bar, and what that does is it flatlines the activity, among many other things that it does, but it flatlines the activity of a particular enzyme called AR-NOX. And what that enzyme is responsible for is breaking down the structure of the skin. So as with everything in nature, there are equal and opposing forces. So there are those things that are within us that are building and constructing, and then there are things that are breaking down. And they usually work in balance, but what happens is we tend to live in a more toxic society than we used to, and so we have a disbalance in the things that are actually breaking down the skin, or a heightened, increased level of activity from those things, and AR-NOX is one of them. So the great news is that when you do a galvanic treatment, it flatlines the activity of that particular enzyme. And as a result, you don't necessarily need to use it every day because it flatlines the activity for about 48 hours, and then it starts to get active again. So using it every 2 days, so 2 to 3 times a week, is ideal, and that is what is recommended by Nu Skin. So that's one of the reasons. But without diving into all those reasons, because if you want to learn about the Galvanic Spa, then check out this video here. I'm just going to show you how to use two at the same time. So we're ready for the treatment. First thing, this is the pre-treatment, the clear one. You just twist it off and it is good to go. Apply about half of it. Well, as much as you can fit on there with it without it falling off. So you just smooth it around, kind of like a spatula smoothing icing on a cake, and you can go onto the neck. Neck is a great spot to work on, and I'll go into why that is in a moment. So yeah, about half left there. I'll apply the rest here. So if you were just using one device at home, then you would apply it on one half of your face and then do the treatment and then do the same thing on the other side. You wouldn't do it all in one, but because I've got the two devices, I can just get straight into it. So this is the last of it. And if you are a bit frugal or you like to get your money's worth, you can cut these open and get the rest of it out, because there is a little bit that is left over. I have a large face, so I like to use all of the vial. And so cut it open and then just scoop out the rest with your fingers, apply. And as you can see there, it's a decent amount that's left in there. So that's around the neck there. And we're done. Spray some NAPCA moisture mist. Be generous with this. This is a humectant, so it's packed full of hyaluronic acid, which helps to draw the moisture from the air and keep your skin really hydrated. So if you miss a spot or kind of forget about a spot with one of the Galvanic spas, the gel isn't going to dry out. So I can keep talking and it's all good. All right, so you spray a bit on both your fingers that are going to be on the metal back pad and on the back pad itself. So you can hold it like this, always with your fingers on the metal part. That's what conducts the electricity. If anything is ever going wrong with it, it's not working for you, it's probably because your fingers aren't on that. So I'll just do it on the other one now. Spray on my... And then I'm going to click these buttons. You see this one goes to number 1, this one goes to number 1, and... Okay, we're in action. So as we move it around, the same movements that you would normally do when you have just one, except modify it slightly because I have put gels on the neck. So what's great is as you move it along the neck up, this is really hard to do. I can't multitask and talk about this at the same time as doing it. So you're moving it along the jawline, just underneath there, and down here. The gel's kind of dried off on my neck, so I'm not going to go too far down, and up and then across. Be careful, I just bumped it a couple of times then. If you do end up bumping it, it can knock the current out and it'll stop. So just be conscious of that. Down along here. So this can actually create a better result for you because it's more symmetrical, and as a result, it's a bit more intense. You've got the currents working on both sides, but it does require a little bit of coordination, which, as I said at the beginning, I don't really possess. So here we're just moving up and down along the forehead, of course keeping a very neutral expression, as I always say. And if you want to know how to do this and have a much more in-depth explanation of exactly what is happening right now, then you can check out this video here, which I created to show how to do this just with one device. And then you can kind of mix and match. As you can hear, it's beeping, both of them, and that's it, finished right there. Just did beep, beep, beep. That's a complete cycle. So that was just 2 minutes for half a face, but because we got 2, we did a whole face. So I just washed the gel off. People often ask me, do you use cleanser? Do you use a toner? No, I just use some warm water and I wash it off my face with a damp cloth or a face washer. And then I'm ready to go for the second gel, which is the treatment gel. So again, just twist the top off, very easy to use, and squeeze about half of it out and smooth it over your skin, over your face. So I'm still out of the habit of doing one side at a time. I just do it on one side first and then move to the other. Again, moisture mist, that one, and a bit on both my hands and the back of the device. Back on that one, and on that hand. My hands on the back, press the button to turn them on, press this one again to number 2, and this one to number 2, and we are good to go. There we go, both of them have connected. Both of them did 3 bips, and as we know, that means that the microchip in the Galvanic Spa has measured the skin for how hydrated it is at the moment, or dehydrated it is, and it will adjust the strength of the current accordingly. So 1 bip is a weaker strength, 2 bips is just a normal, and 3 bips is well hydrated, so it's a stronger strength. Now, our skin will change hydration at different times of the day, depending on how much we've drunk, what skincare we've been using, what climate we're in, all these different factors. And so you will get different bips at different times when you're using the spa. However, I find that the more you use the spa, the more often it will end up doing 3 bips for you, because your skin will start to get more hydrated and more consistently hydrated, which is very important if you want to have that age prevention. Now I'm getting a little bit of kind of a metallic taste in my mouth, and that's because I've been doing it on my neck here and stimulating the lymph nodes, and that is what I can kind of make out at the moment. So you may get that taste as well when you're doing the second treatment. It seems to happen during the second treatment because it's a positive current rather than the first treatment, which is a negative current. Particularly when you've got fillings or implants or some sort of metal structure within your mouth, then yes, you will probably have the same experience as well, as it interacts a bit with that metal. Again, as you can see, I'm doing basically the same movements as I did for the first treatment. And what's happening right now is that first treatment that has been infused deeper into the skin, and it's gone bound with any impurities, any dirt, oil, anything that shouldn't be there. And then this treatment is drawing that first treatment out. Alright guys, so I have removed the final treatment gel. I just washed it off and used a damp face washer to remove all the gel. I did leave it on for a little bit and kind of massaged movements like this, upward movements, just to move around the excess gel. And it's so rich and full of active ingredients that you really want it to soak in, so I like to leave it on for a little bit longer. Also, keep in mind that after a galvanic treatment, your skin is wide open. It is ready to receive whatever it is that you put on your skin to a much deeper level than it normally would, and for that reason, it's a good idea to just avoid makeup for a little while. At least give yourself a night off with makeup. Just let your skin rest. Put some great quality ingredients into it. Use things like the True Face Essence Ultra serum afterwards, because you can apply a serum after this. You could use the Future Serum, which is brilliant and works perfectly with the Galvanic spas. And if you had a boost at home, then you could do a boost treatment over the top, because that's a serum that you can just leave on, and that will have a fantastic result. It'll kind of multiply the effect of both of those devices. So if you're lucky enough to have both of those, then certainly do that. And then apply a moisturizer, whether it's a daytime moisturizer or a nighttime moisturizer, and you are done. That's it, guys. I hope that was helpful. My name is Kurt Provost. I am your guide to all things new skin. And if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you could give it a quick like or leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on the notifications to be notified next time I create a video like this. And if you're watching this going, you know what, those devices look awesome. That technology looks amazing. I would love to represent this company and help market and share these products and create a little business with that to bring in an extra income stream. If that sounds like you, then please reach out, because I am actively expanding my business around the world and I'm looking for great people to partner with and help grow their businesses. Sounds like it might be you. Alright guys, my contact details are at the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!